Hello and a very warm welcome to everyone joining us today. We are jumping straight into a brand new explainer on a topic that is absolutely dominating the skincare world right now: hyaluronic acid. It is pretty much the golden child of the beauty industry today, isn't it? But we really have to ask, is it actually all it's cracked up to be?
I want you to ask yourself, is your hyaluronic acid actually drying your skin out? It's quite the central mystery, right? We all slatter on this massively hyped skincare ingredient, hoping for that plump, dewy glow. But for so many of us, it causes the exact problem it claims to fix. We're talking tightness, flakiness, and irritation. So what on earth is really going on beneath the surface?
Okay, let's dive into this. To understand this paradox, we first need to know what this ingredient actually is. Basically, hyaluronic acid is a humectant, specifically a type of sugar called a glycosaminoglycan. It's a naturally occurring molecule that sits right there in your skin's extracellular matrix, nestled neatly within both your upper epidermis and your deeper dermis. Think of it as your body's built-in, water-binding magnet. It is literally designed to hold your skin cells together and keep them happily hydrated.
And its capacity for hydration? Honestly, it's staggering. One single molecule of hyaluronic acid can bind and hold up to 1,000 times its own weight in water. It essentially functions as a giant microscopic moisture sponge. When it's working correctly, it pulls water in, locks it down, and leads to that bouncy, youthful skin texture we are all chasing.
But here is exactly why we seek these products out in the first place. Our natural hyaluronic acid production simply doesn't last forever. As we enter our late 20s and 30s, our natural stores drastically deplete. The fibroblasts in our skin start to slow down, and factors like sun damage, smoking, and just everyday environmental aging degrade the foundation of our dermis. And that leads directly to volume loss, sagging, and the sudden appearance of fine lines and wrinkles.
Section 2. The nuance of molecular weights.
And this brilliantly illustrates why not all hyaluronic acid is created equal. The divide ultimately comes down to molecular weights. On one side, we have high molecular weight hyaluronic acid. Because these molecules are large, they sit incredibly comfortably on the skin's surface, providing intense, instant hydration and plumping up those fine lines. But on the other side, we have low molecular weight. These molecules are chopped up, allowing them to penetrate much deeper into the epidermis. But here's the catch: that deeper penetration carries a real risk. For sensitive skin types, low molecular weight can actually trigger inflammation, redness, and severe irritation.
Next up, the delivery debate: serums, pills, or needles?
So how do we best get this moisture sponge back into our bodies? The clinical perspectives are pretty sharply divided across three main routes. First, we have topical serums. Many dermatologists heavily praise them for instant surface plumping and prepping the skin before big events. However, researchers like Dr. Brad Stanfield point to randomized trials showing topical serums perform absolutely no better than a simple placebo for long-term skin health. Then we have oral supplements. Dr. Stanfield highlights multiple double-blind trials showing oral pills actually reduce wrinkles. Yet experts like Dr. Devin Lim argue the total opposite, stating that stomach acids completely destroy the molecule before it can ever reach your skin. Finally, we have injectable fillers. This is where both sides agree. Fillers directly replace deep dermal volume loss by depositing cross-linked gels deep into the skin structure.
While we are discussing oral supplements, we absolutely must address a very common safety concern. There have been fears, mostly sparked by isolated single-cell studies, that hyaluronic acid supplements might fuel cancer cell growth. However, when we look at broader, much more comprehensive animal studies, the clinical data suggests that high molecular weight oral hyaluronic acid is actually very well tolerated. In fact, it may even be protective against cancer, which definitely calms those initial safety alarms.
Now we arrive at the twist, the hydration paradox. This is the most critical part of our explainer today, the massive catch, the exact reason why your highly expensive serum might be leaving you with tight, dry, and frustrated skin. It is all due to transepidermal water loss. You see, hyaluronic acid is a sponge. It must draw moisture from somewhere. If you live in a low humidity environment or during those incredibly dry winter months when there is absolutely no moisture in the air, that sponge gets desperate. It will literally pull water from the deep dermal layers of your own skin, pulling it all the way to the surface where it simply evaporates into the dry air.
What is really fascinating here is our internal responsibility. Hyaluronic acid needs a water source to pull from. If your body is internally dehydrated, Applying this serum is only going to exacerbate a damaged skin barrier. Dermatologists emphasize that drinking 3 to 4 liters of water daily is completely mandatory. Furthermore, if you're using a product with an overly high concentration, anything over 2%, you can completely overwhelm your skin's ability to retain moisture, leading straight to severe dryness.
Let's move on to the ultimate application playbook.
So, the crucial point is how you actually apply it. Applying hyaluronic acid to a dry, bare face is the ultimate skincare sin. Let's look at a much better routine. Step 1. Cleanse your face thoroughly. Do a double cleanse if you are wearing makeup or sunscreen. Step 2. Leave your skin noticeably damp. Put the towel down. Step 3. Apply just a thin layer of your serum onto that damp skin. And step 4, the absolute most critical step of the whole process, immediately seal that hydration in with an occlusive moisturizer.
Sealing the serum is what prevents that dreaded transepidermal water loss from happening, but you must choose the right occlusive for your skin type. If you have oily or acne-prone skin, dermatologists highly recommend silicones. They have a brilliant lightweight feel and they won't clog your pores, so please don't fear them. For those with dry skin, shea butter is a beautiful, rich choice. And if your skin barrier is truly compromised, heavy-duty barriers like petrolatum or mineral oil are going to lock that moisture down completely.
Finally, let's explore some effective alternatives to hyaluronic acid. What if you have tried all this and you just live in a highly arid climate where hyaluronic acid simply refuses to cooperate? Thankfully, there are some brilliant alternatives out there. You don't have to rely on it. Glycerin, for example, is an incredibly cheap and highly reliable humectant that works absolute wonders. Snail mucin is fantastic for both hydration and skin adhesion. Polyglutamic acid is gaining immense popularity right now. And do keep your eyes on beta-glucan. It's an immensely powerful rising star in K-beauty that many argue hydrates even better than our golden child. Finally, natural humectants like honey and propolis are beautiful, soothing additions to any routine.
We have journeyed through the science, the paradox, and the playbook today. Knowing how this powerful humectant truly behaves behind the scenes, are you ready to flip your skincare bottles over and check your evening routine? I encourage you to check those ingredient lists tonight and make absolutely sure you are hydrating and not accidentally dehydrating. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Until next time, stay radiant and take wonderful care of your skin.